Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. If you're here with me in the Discord or in the YouTube chat or on the X chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us. This morning, we have Shanhax, SW, Julius, Kelvin, National, Silent NW, Nick, Redberg, July Peppers, Plum Tingle, Cyrus Ferrari, Phil, McGruff, Nathan Nader, Raphael. Good morning to Anita Low, Big Kahuna, Tomoki, Mike, Ribs Mod, Master Trader Rick, Hi Ho, Matt D, Michael, FAPM, Trader Hindsight, King, Q Mendez, Joe Cyanide, Steve Rock, Marvin, Mr. D.O. Leo, Larry Clarence, Mike, Noah, Baby Food, Bull Shark, Dip, Sweeto, Alexander, Session Flow, Neeked, Sunrise Driver, Wixon Dreams, Crypto Trades, Chan, Richard Harris, Nathan, G Trader, Jake. Good morning to you, Mox, Amateur Genius, Work It Punisher, Consistently Fly, J Mastrid, Sully PA, Kirk Sawyer. Good morning to you. What's happening, everybody? How's everybody doing this morning? I haven't taken any trades yet. We do have Apex accounts to trade, Take Profit Trader, Tradeify, Personal. got a lot to trade today. Wonder if the market's going to give us any opportunities here. I just want to look at the rules here for Tradeify. I want to see what I'm supposed to make in a day, and then we'll make it. Let me see here. All right, payouts. Straight to sim funded. Okay, payout goal number 2. $4,500. So the most I can make in a day is $900. Okay. All right, we can do that. So I have 10 days. 10 days, and the most I can make in a single day is $900. And so payout number 2 is going to be $3,000 as well. So going to try to pull out another 15K from these bad doggers. That payout was quick, by the way. Once I got the rise situation all figured out, pretty quick. I mean, it was instant. That was pretty dope. Yep, $900 per account is the cap of what I can make. I mean, you can make as much as you want, but if you want to do this the smart way, that's what you should do. Good morning to Moss, FX Lab Pro, NLV, Steve B. What's up, Dustin? Which company? Tradeify, baby. Tradeify. Yesterday we got our first payout from Tradeify. I mean, it was instant. Let me see. Dude, these bots are so annoying. I kind of want to just like... I think I'm going to make all of my posts like verified only. But then I'm worried like we're going to lose some people because some people don't pay the $7 or whatever it costs. But like every single post I do now on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, every single post, there's like 1 million bots that start responding. What's up with that? So let me show you. Where's the thing? Some sultry grooves this morning. Where was it? Where's my payout thing that I posted? There it is. Here we go. There it is. Hello to the 106 people that are watching currently on X. Hello. So there it is. We got 13,500 because it's 15,000. Here, show you how this math works. We made $3,000 in each of our accounts. Well, we made more than that, but that's the withdrawal limit that you could take, right? So $3,000, 5 accounts, minus 10% for the big guy. That's what we got, 13,500 for 10 trading days. Not bad, right? For showing up and clicking a couple buttons, we got some lunch money. Cool. There's a payout award to Selling R. Sounds like a cool guy. So there you go, $3,000 per account, 5 accounts, blah, blah, blah. You get it. So we can go and look at what the dashboard actually looks like now. I'm not going to be trading this crap. I think we do have some news at... Yeah, we get some very unimportant news. Most of the news is going to come in the way of tariffs and trade wars and all that today, sporadically. We do have Philip Jefferson, Mr. Jefferson, speaking at 9. Harker at 9:30. So I'm going to be watching out for that. But then, like at 8:30, we just have the Philly Fed non-manufacturing activity, which nobody really cares about. They can lie to you and tell you they care. Nobody really cares about that. Unless we're trading the Dow, which we're not. But nobody actually cares. Let's see here. Let's go to my dash, shall we? All right, go to my journal. Okay, so this is my Tradeify journal right here. Where's the thing? Boop. So yeah, these are the accounts that I withdrew the $15,000 from. This is the accounts that I withdrew from. Obviously, I haven't traded because I've been waiting for the payout window. That's when we hit the threshold for the payout. Apparently, the rumor is that they're going to be getting away with these. They're going to be doing away with the payout windows. So there's no longer going to be payout windows. So I wouldn't have to wait, these 4 trading days to not trade. I could have traded yesterday, but traded in my personal account. Forget what I made yesterday. What did I make yesterday in my personal account? 23,000. Nice. That's a good Monday. 23,610 bucks. That'll get you like 23,000. What can that get in this economy? I think it gets you like half a carton of eggs and like a chewed stick of gum. Something like that. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe like a quarter of a stick of chewed gum, pre-chewed gum, and a half carton of eggs. Something like that. Anyway, a nice Monday regardless, even though you only $23,000 in profit in the personal, but yeah. Blueberries and an acorn. Yeah, that sounds about right. Something like that. Maybe a bottle of water, you bring the bottle, and you have to show up to the stream too. So yeah, this is our Tradeify account. We're gonna try to trade this today. See if there's any setups. This market sucks. It's just rinsing around right now. The only way that you could really trade this is like a little pitch and catch. I don't really want to do that right now. If the market doesn't give me any setups today, I don't trade it. I don't really care. Get the day off. If you couldn't tell, I got some sun yesterday. Dude, it was like so perfect yesterday. It was like 80 degrees. My pool was warmed up to like 85. Jacuzzi at 100. April? Love living out here. It's delicious. So lovely. Hey Ribs, regards from Stockholm. Wishing you a fantastic trading day. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm trying to think of some Swedish. Visita här i väntar spela lite Dota. I think that's some of the only Swedish that I know. Visita här i väntar spela lite Dota. Dude, I used to look like Bass Hunter. Not even kidding. Used to have long hair. How do I not know that song? That's the better question. I wish we could play that song right now. Got nothing of that? Yeah. I mean, it's a song. Swedish song. Yeah, the song. Come on. Or Yeshenem Boat. What is that? Now I can't think of it. Yeshenem Boat. Onetarana ana heton. Ochod kanbana bana de sachot. Honrorgeut vachan kanol. Yahaverveteras verhadesenen dechenen bot. Yeah, there you go. There's my horrible Swedish. There you go. Do you use ETH or regular hours? Sounds like Yiddish. Bars. Yeah, dude. There you go. Yeah, Dota. Dude, this is like the best video game song of all time right there. Sounds like Yiddish hero. Perfect, dude. Putting a Dutch accent. Yeah, my bad. I don't know any Swedish. I just know the songs. All right. Anyway, so the max profit that we can make per account. I think my cat's at my door right now. Should we go see him? Hold on one second. We're back. He's a little camera shy this morning. Like, what is that noise? What's coming in my office? Teach my cat how to trade? Dude, that's my Quan. That's my Quan. He has the most advanced meowdles I've ever seen. It's insane. ETH or regular hours, I turn on ETH. Always. Extended trading hours are the bee's knees, baby. It's also nice because it marks it out on your chart. So like, you see, this is the regular market hours. This is extended trading hours. See that blue background right there? Marks it out on your chart for you. Is nice. Rips, is that Tradeify promo 44 for 25, I assume? I'm not sure. What is the 44 for 25? What do I not know about? Did Ripsmod drop something? Oh, yeah. That's for the cheapest one right there. Rips, what subscription of Bookmap do you use, and do you have additional indicators? I have all of the bells and whistles for it, but you don't need it. I'm telling you right now, most people are going to use Bookmap and like they're going to derive zero value from it. And I'm just being real with you. I don't want to sell you something, you know, like if you've been rocking with me for a while, you know, like I'm the last person who ever wants to sell you anything. I just want to see you succeeding. And so I just keep it 100 with you. A lot of people are going to try Bookmap and they're going to look at it and be like, I don't even understand this thing. And they'll just give up on it. And it's fine. A lot of people aren't really, there's a lot of people too that are never going to be able to read order flow and have it be effective for their trading. There's a lot of people who will try momentum trading and it's just not their speed. That's what makes trading beautiful, by the way, is the fact that it's different for everybody out there. When I look at the market, I guarantee you that nobody looks at the market the same way that I see it. But that doesn't mean that I see it the right way. It means that I just see it in a way that I see it. That's it. So I would say try out the, you can use Bookmap for free with crypto markets. Maybe if you just want to give it a spin and see how well it runs on your computer, just download the free version of Bookmap. See if you even like it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. And if you do want to try it for like a month on the lowest version, which is global. It's going to come out with data to about like just around $80 for that month. Yeah, so you can also try the free Bookmap channels out there, which stream Bookmap charts, but you can't like zoom in and zoom out. I would never be able to effectively use it if I was watching it on a stream. Rubes, I know there's some videos about Bookmap on YouTube, but where are you looking for when looking at Bookmap, Take a Trade, and UTP? Yeah. Again, it's if I could explain it in less than an hour, I would, but I can't. Every single thing is contextual. It's like walking up to a golfer and saying, hey, how do I get this ball into the hole? Can you tell me in 3 quick steps? And then expecting to be like dialed, Or tennis player, like, how do I win a tennis match? Well, there's a lot that goes into it. Use a timer when you play poker. I feel like using a timer and keeping my sessions at 4 to 8 hours has helped me. It's a lot like trading for me. For poker, it's very much like trading. Like, there's times where I will play to the point of exhaustion, mental exhaustion, because the game is so good. There's other times when I know that I'm out of the pocket and I shouldn't be playing. There was a time when I left Bobby's room back at the tail end of last year because I was like 4 or 5 days in a row, and I was like starting to play bad, and I had committed to play until like 5 p.m. that day, and it was like I was into the session for like 2 hours, so it was like just around noon, and I just told the gamer, I was like, dude, I'm out of here. And they called that pulling the ripcord. So I pulled the ripcord early because I knew that my mental capacity wasn't there, and I knew that I started to play kind of fatigued mentally. But if I'm fatigued mentally and the game is really good and I think that there's an edge that I can exploit in that game, I'm gonna stick around and play that. Same thing goes for trading. Yesterday, I didn't want to trade my personal account. I traded it on stream, and then I thought I was done for the day. I want to go out to the pool, and I come out of my office. I'm like, honey, she's gone. She was with her personal trainer. And so I came back in my office. I said, I'm not that fatigued. I'm a little bit tired. Let me try to see what this market has. And the market gave me a beautiful setup. And so I took it. So instead of me only making $12,000 yesterday, my personal, I ended up making $23,000. And I'm glad that I did. And that was because I wasn't fatigued and the market was giving me opportunities. So I kind of base it upon, if I don't have mental fatigue and I can read things well, whether I'm doing poker or trading, then I'm going to stick around and do it. It doesn't mean, there's been plenty of times when I'm not fatigued and I look at the market and I say, okay, give me a setup, give me an opportunity. The market just goes, no, I'm not gonna. Okay? Can't do anything about that. When I was in my earlier years of trading, I would force trades. I don't do that much anymore, if at all. I try not to force trades at all. If the market doesn't give me a setup, I'm in no rush to force myself onto the market. Doesn't really make much sense, you know? Personal trainer from GTA 5? No, she's her personal trainer is a wonderful woman who's a competitor, and she's a sweetheart. They're good friends now. She's a competing, I don't want to say bodybuilder, but like those competitions where, anyway, they do like the competitions for really good looking bodies, essentially. But yeah, that's her trainer. They're good friends. I think it's called like a bikini contest. I guess I think that's what it's called. Bikini IFBB. It's not bodybuilding. It's bikini something. Fitness model. I don't know what it is. But there's competitions for it, and her trainer wins all the time. So What are your hours here every day? 8 a.m. until the wheels fall off. Women's physique, yeah. I don't know, but she's a sweetheart and they get along super well. She met her out here, so it's lovely. Payout number 7 locked into this XFA. Let's go, A-Trades. Bikini is a category in bodybuilding comps. Yeah, so shows how much I know, right? There you go. Gotcha. Morning, Rose. Previous 4-hour high and low. Are those trading view indicators or do you set them up manually? Trading view indicator, baby. Spaceman BTC. Key level. SW turned me on to this, so. Poker gets so boring, especially if all you're doing is getting bad hands and folding. Yeah, I mean, but that's part of it, though. Like, there's days when you look at the market doesn't give you opportunities. When you've been trading for a while, you'll start to notice this as you get better and better at picking your spots. Like, if the market didn't give me any opportunities yesterday, there's nothing I'm going to do to force a trade. Like, I'm going to end the day only making $12,000 my personal, or whatever the heck I was at. It was 12,725. Like, there's nothing I'm going to be able to do. If anything, I end with a little bit less. Right? I'm happy that the market gave me opportunities. I'm happy that I was able to snipe more short. But if it doesn't give me that opportunity, I can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? Ribs, when are you organizing a Vegas meetup? Well up from coming over from the UK, not been Vegas in 10 years. We're doing it in September this year. So mark your calendar, September. I'm going to knock down the dates pretty soon here. So September, we're going to have a Vegas meetup. A lot of folks from the trading space, a couple prop firms and their representatives. We're going to have a poker tournament, some live poker, and potentially you can be on one of the stream games as well, where we'll be live streaming and do all that jazz. It'll be a lot of fun. Using Bookmap and just watching at the moment, seeing it a bit better each day, marking up every trade I take or would have taken to get back and back test this week. Looks like impressive so far. There you go. That's how you want to use it right there. Are we able to reset an Apex PA account? No. You have to retrade it. You didn't have to my 40th B-Day in September. Well, happy early birthday to you. Very nice. Yeah, in this channel, I noticed that we have a much more mature and affluent crowd. My YouTube rep always tells me that we have one of the most, and pat yourselves on the back for this one, we have one of the most affluent audiences out of all of the people who watch traders. That's crazy, right? One of the most, not the most, one of the most. Warner Rip, what time frame is your volume profile and is it a session volume profile? It is visible range volume profile, visible range. So wherever I have the viewport is what it's going to show me. Watch this. Here's a little magic trick. Watch this. Wait for it. See that? It adjusts to whatever's in my viewport, baby. How would YouTube know that? I don't know. There's this company called Google, or if you want to get fancy, Alphabet, that owns something called Google. And rumor has it, they may or may not have just a little bit of information on you. You want to know something spooky? And I've talked about this in the past. Not a lot of people realize this. And this is not a joke. I was on a Google Meet call, a private Google Meet call, and I was discussing something with, it was either a friend, a potential business partnership, and I disclosed some information on this call. And then 2 days later, I used their product called Gemini, and I asked Gemini a question about me, and it disclosed information that I had only spoken about in this Google Meet call. A week later, I asked the same question, and it had no idea. Crazy. Not a lie. Dead honest about this. So somebody asking like, how do they know anything about us? Like, Dude, this right now is on YouTube. They know everything about everything that I talk about, and Gemini knows everything about all of this. They even know what you're typing right now, and they're logging all of that. They're building profiles on every single one of you. But that was probably the biggest like AI scare I think I've ever had, because I was like, dude, that was a private Google Meet call, and I've never talked about that. I only said it one single time on that Google Meet call, and I asked Gemini, and it knew exactly what I had talked about. I never typed this, never mentioned it before, and it like literally was like in great detail too. Yeah, private in the sense that it wasn't like a live stream call. Like I wasn't doing like a webinar broadcasted. It was just a call between two people. That's what I mean by private. Like you needed a passcode to enter. So how do they know who's watching this channel? That's the least of what they know, baby. Yeah, privacy is a thing of the past. That's legacy. I've never been on Facebook either. If there's a Rips on Facebook, it ain't me. I'm one of those weirdos who never went on Facebook. Never had a LinkedIn. I mean, somebody made me a LinkedIn in the past, but no LinkedIn, no Facebook. The only social media I have now is on Instagram, but that's for the brand. So, there you go. We are pushing up a little bit. Is anybody looking for longs in this market? It's hard for me to find any trades right now. See what happens at the bottom of the hour here. We are going to have the Philly Fed non-manufacturing activity here. We are expecting, there's no estimate for it. That's how little people actually care. And at 67, good luck. That's a nice trade. Do Tradeify evaluation accounts reset after a rebill? I think if they're blown, yes. I'm almost positive, yes. We need a hard reset. Best thing for this earth is destroy technology. You know, there's somebody that might agree with you. His name was Teddy Kaczynski. He had the same ideology that you have. Think we're going to test 18,000 again? Maybe. Where can I find the video of your 90K story? I only seen a short of it. What's the video of my 90K story? I don't know of a 90K story. Unless you're talking about when I lost $90,000 on Tesla. I don't think I have a video about that story. Okay, there it goes. Negative 42.7 versus a negative 32.5 prior. Nobody cares. Yeah, nobody cares. So we do have that My Funded Futures promotion going until April 27th. Let me see here. Stanley the Manly made a poster for this. Really nice. I'm gonna find it now from Stan. This right here. So if you're going to be trading on MFFU, there's this. Starter plan, $82 a month. Pass in 1 day, no activation fee, 5 days of $100 minimum, get paid in 1 day. People say that MFFU pay out really fast. Is that true? I have yet to trade them. They're going to be, I think they're next on the list of people that I'm trading. Anybody, they pay super fast, right? Like Tradeify fast. Super fast. Okay. So, there you go. You could use this until April 27th, and 3 times is the most that you could use it. I mean, that seems like a pretty fair deal to me. There you go. Ribs, can you explain on why you use the 50-50 dots instead of the delta? I need to see all of the volume. Because if I'm using the delta, then I'm not going to see how much volume. Like the bubble's not going to be, I need to see the actual volume. I don't want to see, I need to see it all. It's restricting the information that I'm using when I'm reading order flow. How I have it set up is exactly how I need to have it set up. Any other way would throw me off. I need to see exactly what's going on. Delta's just not going to do it. I want to know exactly, not missized. What are your thoughts on options trading? I mean, what would you like to know about it? I think that most people, if you try to trade options, are going to lose most, if not all, of their money. I think that most retail traders should only be using options as insurance on their longer term holdings. I used options. I had some longer term holdings during COVID, and I had a very high average on this. It was all of the ARCs, and I had bought puts as insurance, and I was like at the very peak of the ARCs, and they started to roll. I exited all of my equity position of it and held the insurance I had and continued rolling them every single month out. Made an extraordinary amount of money doing that. That's one of those rare instances where insurance can actually make you money. You can show a low dot, but actually was a bunch of volume. Correct. That's why I don't use it. I need to see the size. I need to see it all. What is the indicator for volume profile? BRVP. Visible range volume profile. Market is awfully boring right now. This is just not my speed. Very choppy. I think we'll probably have some more liquidity coming in the next 26 minutes or so. I also think selling options can be a good beginner way to use options. Pay me to put in my limit buy or limit sell. Yeah, but I mean, you need to be selling covered. You shouldn't be selling naked. A lot of people will sell naked. There's a lot of Twitter accounts too that will be out there and be like, oh, just sell these. It's just the easiest strategy. It is until it isn't. And like when it comes to be the reckoning, you're going to lose all of your profits from like a year and a half of doing it. Because like the market's just going to have a big move and then you get wiped out. There's no easy way to make money in the markets. That's like, I see it all the time on social media. It's people who are always preaching like, oh, if you just do the baseball strategy in options or the wheel strategy, it's so easy. It's not. Or it's like, oh, you only want to make a little bit of money and you guarantee yourself this. There's no guarantees. You can always have outlier situations come and screw you up. So no such thing. Anybody who tells you that there's easy money in these markets is a liar. Stupid. No such thing. If there was easy money in the market, we'd all be doing it. You want to know the easiest money that I'm about to make in the markets? And I'm being real with you. Dorman is going to buy me $300,000 worth of T-bills today. Do you know how much money I'm going to make on $300,000 worth of T-bills? I'm buying 4-week bills today. Do you have any idea how much money I'm going to make on $300,000 of T-bills in 4 weeks? This is your easy money, folks. Any guesses? How much am I going to make in 4 weeks' time on $300,000? See if anybody nails this. I wish. $12,000 in 4 weeks. Buddy, I'd be stoked on that. You're very close, Steve. 20K, dude. You're close, Traptor. In between Traptor and Big Pebbles. Yeah, it's around that. Somewhere between $900 and $1,200. Now, the only reason I'm doing this is because that $300,000 is not going to be locked up. Right? It's not going to be locked up. See, people are shocked by this. They're not 6%. The 4-week bills are going to be around like 4.5%. And that's annualized. Then take 4 weeks of that annualized. So this is the thing. It's not locked up. the money is locked up, but because of how great my broker is, and because we clear through Dorman is going to allow me to use those T-bills as my margin to trade with. 300K to make 9K? I wish. Certainly not $9,000. But I get to use those T-bills to trade against. So you want to talk about easy money in the market? That's as easy as it gets, but at what reward? $900. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's all locked up, but I still get to use that money as trading margin. So like right now, let me go to my Edge Clear. We have $548,000 in that account. $548,717.92. And that's all. We've already taken out what we put into this account to start it. So that's all profit. Pure profit. So 300K of that is going to be going into T-bills today, because I think the auction is today. The announcement is today. The auction, I think, is on Thursday. I don't know. Whatever. They're doing it. I don't have to do anything. So I'm pretty sure that my purchasing power will still show same, but on my statement, it will show that I'm doing 300K worth of 4-week bills. So there you go. There you have it. There's your easy money in the market. Anybody tells you that you can make easy money in the market? Yeah, if you lock up $1 million, you can make $3,000, in 4 weeks. But if you have $1 million to go and lock up in T-bills, I guarantee you that $3,000 for 4 weeks is really not that much to you. Do you get my point yet? Do you get the point I'm trying to make? Anybody out there telling you that, oh, it's easy money? It ain't. But it's better than no $900, right? That's how I look at it. It's better than not having $900. Hey, Rip, do you have any suggestion on how to manage taxes for prop firms, because this is my first year being profitable? Yes, absolutely. Find a local CPA and use them. They're going to tell you everything that you need to know. I'm not a professional financial advisor, so I can't guide you on that, but I would say enlist the services of a local CPA, keep local businesses afloat, and find a CPA that way. That's what I would do. Market is still doing nothing, by the way. Still nothing to trade here. I think that'll change in about 20 minutes. 20 minutes, we should have some liquidity coming in. I do like that the market bounced from yesterday's lows and has continued to bounce, because that gives us more opportunities on the day here. I smell a marketing deal. T-Pain selling T-bills using a T-Mobile phone. Ooh, I like that. Drinking a mug of tea. You and Dakota still trading partners? We still chat, for sure. Absolutely. He was messaging me the other day about potentially coming to Vegas. Going to the Knights game tonight. It's too late. It's at 8 p.m. I almost bought tickets and surprised my wife, but it's too late. It's the game starts at 8. And I would be coming to the stream pretty exhausted, and now I'm just bouncing back on my sleep. I had a pretty stressful weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, played poker every single day, and that takes a lot out of me, so. Do you trade any other futures besides indices? Gold? I don't make a habit of it. I know that if you are a gold futures trader right now, you're making a sweet little bundle. Gold must have dropped after the market rallied, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Wow, it rallied in the... Wow. Freaking insane. 3,500, dude. Every time I look at gold, I'm like, dang, I want to be a gold trader. You don't understand. There was a time when gold refused to break 2,000 for a long time. That was a long time ago. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. A few years ago. Dude, what in the world? Yeah, this is back. Okay. When did gold refuse to break 2,000? It was like 2010s, yeah. Pepperidge Farm remembers. And then it was back here, 2018. It was back down here, and it was just like, nobody thought it was gonna, everybody thought this was kind of the downturn of gold. That was crypto and everything. Anyway, good times, good times. It's crazy to see gold where it's at now, trading around 3,500. It's nuts. Buyers are pushing up a little bit here in the NQ. Let's see if we can claim 18,100. Gold 4K by 4th of July. I think it could go sooner than that. I mean, it's anything, right? Love gold. Switch to futures from trading it in forex. Nice. What is it? Is XAU in forex, isn't it? Like ZAU? What is it in forex? This, right? ZAU USD. Is this not the forex version of it? Right? ZAU. Yeah. ZAU. Why is it ZAU? Who came up with this? Why is it this? What is it? ZAU. Oh, who came up with that and why? The world may never know. AU is gold as an L. Oh, well, there you go. Remember, my mom always used to tell me, son, you may be stupid, but you sure are retarded. Pretty stupid. X is 4X AU. Yeah, see, makes perfect sense. So is there like an XPL USD? Oh, that was close. Okay. PD. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Then what would silver be? Silver is SL? No. What the heck is silver? Yeah, I don't want to play this game. I feel stupid now. I feel so stupid. XAG. Ah, okay. Yeah, there you go. All right, that makes sense. Well, there's your 18,100s. How many people in here, drop a 1 in chat if you came from Forex and you're trading futures now? XRP. I might have a little bit of XRP left. Dude, Stan, you did? I didn't know that. Wow. No way. That's insane. Okay, and now do this. Drop a 9 in chat if you like futures more than Forex. Really? Wow. Wow. That's insane. Dude, that's insane. Yeah, I feel like, isn't it nice knowing that the price that you're getting is the price that everybody else is getting? Like, I feel like the spreads, depending on who your broker is just kind of highway robbery, and they can just kind of invent things on the fly. I would hate to be holding a huge position and then it's like, couldn't they just give me specific spreads that they're not giving to somebody else? You know? Like, can't they just screw you? Like, what if I was holding like a huge, like, what do they call it? It's still lots, right? It's still lots in Forex. Aren't you trading lots? I'm sure, right? Lots. Yeah. So what if you're holding like 100 lots of gold and like your broker's like, oh snap, this is a lot of money that we're gonna have to pay out this person. Can't we just widen the spreads and then screw them over? They can and they do. Dude, see, dude, I would be terrified trading Forex. That's scary. That's very spooky. I exited a trade in NASDAQ yesterday with 20 contracts, market order, and I moved the market 3 ticks. I bought out when the market was dropping. I marketed out of a NASDAQ position for 20 contracts, and the market moved 3 ticks to fill me. I mean, 20 contracts isn't a lot, but I'm just saying. I looked at it on Bookmap. I was like, that's me. That's me. The amount of times your chart won't match the brokers is insane. Dude, see, that's scary. That's why I think most people found a lot of reprieve coming to futures, because you're like, whoa, everybody gets the same price? That's insane. And especially like when you're doing sim trading, like sim funded, you don't have it. There's no slippage. I mean, there. Don't get me wrong. There's simulated slippage in some people and all that, but it's nothing like what you're going to experience over the forex stuff, right? Also, if you're trading a futures account like I am, a personal account, which by the way, I don't recommend. I got some more messages yesterday. People were asking me like, oh, how much should I deposit for my first personal brokerage account? The answer is 0. You shouldn't be trading a personal account. You should be trading in a personal account once you can prove that you have 9 to 12 months of profitability trading on props. And that's a fact, because if you're trying to rush that process and you're like, oh, these rules are hard, I don't like the consistency, I just want to do it myself, you're going to get smoked. You're going to lose all your money. Any money that you put in your broker account, you're going to lose. I've seen it happen so many times. I don't really understand it. I mean, I do understand it because you're like frustrated and you're like, look at all these people trading personal accounts. It's so easy. No, it's the same thing. You're just going to lose it a lot quicker. If you take 100K out of prop firms, then that funds your personal. I'd say even less. You should only be funding a person with like 20K or 50K, not 100K. Because like, it's going to be a different experience. There's nobody holding your hand. There's nobody watching out for you unless you call your broker and you say, hey, put these locks in, you know? So I'm doing it wrong. Should I go straight to funded then? I mean, dude, don't be using a personal account because you're going to be putting that money at risk. I mean, it's so much cheaper. Like, Tradeify accounts. I spent $3,000 on them to already pull out 13,500. So I'm free rolling on them. If I want to buy 3 more batches of them, I'm free rolling on that, right? You don't have to buy the most expensive. You don't have to trade 5 accounts, but it's a heck of a lot cheaper than doing it with real money and losing it. It's always going to be cheaper. Prop basically teaches you consistency and discipline. It really does. It will teach you a lot. We still are pushing up. Any buyers still? Yeah, I mean, listen, the personal account thing seems great on paper, but if you haven't proven 9 to 12 months of consistent profitability, chances are you're going to get blasted eventually. I once put 5K, 2K the first day, got cocky, lost it all the next day. It's true. I've seen people in the group that I mentor, MC on Discord. I've seen people come and go. I'd seen it when I was doing options. One of the reasons why I liked stopping trading options live for people was because we switched over to props and there was a lot less people giving me stories about like, people would trade with me in the morning. They'd do well. They'd make a couple $1,000s or whatever. And then they'd go and trade for the rest of the day and they'd blow their own personal accounts trading options. And it was hard for me to see that because it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, don't do that. And with props, it's like, you know, you're risking $59 at a time, $48 at a time, and you're getting all that market experience while you're doing it. So in my opinion, it's a lot better. Can't reset your personal account. You can, but it costs about $100,000. Pass evals before you go straight to funding. Yeah, that too as well. It's going to take a long time to be proficient. It's going to be taking a long, long time. Right now, market is up 60 points off the lows here. 70 points even. Crazy. Maybe even more. Yeah, we were that low of that extension there. We're just driving higher now. We're looking for a hold above the previous week low. I'm assuming that we're probably just going to take out some liquidity and maybe bounce back lower. You give real advice, you're one of the best. You just don't get on here and BS. Because I've been through it, and there's a lot of people who pretend that they've been through it. I've been in this for a long time. This is my 11th year doing this. I've seen it all. I've done it all. And I think also one of the things that separates me from a lot of other people out there is that I had a ton of money when I first started trading. I had a ton of money to put into the markets, and I lost a lot of it. And I got to see like what happens. The only SEC designation that I have is a large trader. I'm registered as a large trader because I met the qualifications for it pretty early on when I started trading. And I don't know what it is. Let me see what the qualifications are. SEC large trader. Qualifications are 2 million shares or $20 million during any trading month or day. Let's see. Okay, so if you exceed 2 million shares or $20 million during any calendar day, or 20 million shares or $200 million during any calendar month. And so that's whatever it's called. It's like, I forget what the designation is called, but anyway, you register with the SEC as a large trader. The point is that I was able to trade and see things that a lot of people could not see. Like if you're trading hundreds of shares, you can't really, there's certain things that you're not going to notice. Whereas like if you're holding a position like of 150,000 shares and the float of a stock is like 2 million shares or like 3 million shares, and you're trying to offload that, it could be extremely scary. And so you go through things and you see things like in liquidity that you necessarily wouldn't have seen if you're not playing large in a certain stock or a small cap or whatever the case. Same thing goes for options. Like options market makers, I would see them literally move the spread based on when I'd be pulling and stacking my own liquidity. A lot of different things that you can see when you're throwing around size. Often it would end in a bad way, but you know, a lot of people don't see that stuff. A lot of people don't go through that stuff. Like MP talks about, oh, I had 3 accounts, $30,000 each account. It was terrible. I lost 3 accounts for $30,000. Like, cool, man. I lost $90,000 in like an afternoon. I lost $110,000 in less than 10 seconds trading Netflix after hours on earnings. It was literally like 12 seconds. Lost $108,000. You know, there's levels to this game. And like $108,000 to other players out there is like nothing. It's nothing. There's levels to this game. But there's also things that certain people see and certain people don't. If you're at a level where you're losing hundreds of dollars, you're not going to see as much as the person who's losing millions of dollars or making millions of dollars. You know? How'd you cope with those big losses? The biggest loss I ever had. Hold on. We had Red Book. Who cares? Biggest loss I ever had was a 7-figure loss in a day. Biggest win I ever had was a 7-figure win in a day. The 7-figure loss didn't match the joy that I had on the 7-figure win. The 7-figure win was a multi-day swing. 7-figure loss was in a single session. And that was extremely hard to deal with. It felt like somebody had actually stabbed me in the stomach. Physically felt sick, ill. Because the thing that doesn't make sense in our lizard brain is the fact that all I had to do was not participate that day. And that's like the hardest pill to swallow, is like all I had to do was not participate. All I had to do was not sit in front of my computer today. And it's like your brain, like you're just like, it's the, what is it? The 5 stages of grief. Like you're just in denial for the longest time. And then you're upset with yourself, and then you're depressed. And then you're like, dude, like, and then you wake up the next day, you're like, maybe it wasn't real. And then you go and you look and you're like, wow, my trading account is missing a chunk. I shorted a stock all the way up and then longed it all the way down. It was horrible. I was definitely one of the largest players in that stock that day, and I was on the complete opposite side of it. And I think my broker had something to do with it. What was the gap on that Netflix trade here? I'll show you the executions from that Netflix trade. I have it somewhere. Might not be on this new computer. I might have not restored the backup. Let me see. Okay, here it is. Yeah, I do have it. Let's see. I like my comment. Here, you ready? This is with executions too, by the way. So let's see. I think it's 108,000. 71, 503, 50, 35, 35, 755. Yeah, $108,000. And this is earnings after hours. So the tape spazzed out, but they filled me right here at the bottom. And then it immediately retraced. And then I went long and it dropped and then I just covered. And it happened literally in 12 seconds. Here's the executions of it. Let me see if I can do this. Here's the executions of it. Yeah, so it was 1 p.m. 40 seconds, right when they reported to 103. So you're talking, sorry, that's 23 seconds to lose $108,000. I think that was my fastest loss of all time. In 11 years of trading, I think it was the fastest loss I ever incurred. So when people sit there and they're like, oh, I've been through it before. I lost 3 accounts of 30,000. No, you haven't. That could be anybody out there. Like, oh, did you? You know, like, you haven't been through it, buddy. You have no idea. Oh, geez. Anyway, we are pushing up here. We're pushing up super hard. Dude, imagine if I had just bought and held Netflix on that day. You know? It's crazy, right? Got a new flavor here, by the way. This is lemonade mango. All right, we have 50 seconds until the top of the hour here. Exactly. I wouldn't have learned the lesson. I wouldn't be the trader I am today without going through that stuff. It's expensive. I wouldn't have seen certain things. My broker really f***ed me on that one. How many years? It took me 3 years to start not losing money. 3 years. And I mean like real 3 years, not like, oh, I do this in my afternoons or da-da-da-da-da. No. Every single day locked in, waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, trading small caps in the morning, trading options when the options market open, trading equities, having like 8 positions open at once, every single day, 10 hours a day for 3 years. And then I was like, oh, I finally stopped losing. Like real trading, dude. Not like, oh, I traded for like an hour today. My money too. My money. All my money. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have daddy's money, no mommy's money. My money. My hard-earned money just gone. IMF World Economic Outlook cuts 2025 GDP global growth forecast from 3.3% to 2.8%. My goodness. Were there that many people short this morning? My God. This is crazy that it's still squeezing. I didn't expect this at all. This is wild. What was your full-time job prior? I built and sold brands. $137, potentially going up here to 150. 9 a.m. hour is upon us here. It's just drifting higher. We are seeing a little bit of a perk here. Tesla earnings are after the bell today, so I would assume that Tesla could potentially catch a bid today. I'm just watching this up here. I didn't expect this thing to continue to drive, or else I would have hopped on it, especially at that prior week low break. I expected that we're going to see this kind of piddle down here and just stop around there and come right back down. It still could. I mean, we're struggling right here, which is this little break of liquidity. That's why I said, like, I can't believe there's this many people short still. Like, they're really just blasting all these players short. I could try for something here. I feel like it's going to get a little bit tricky towards the New York Open. So I might just want to be patient here. They made Tesla supercharger free on any new model, S or X. Cool. Advice to becoming profitable. Spend a lot of time. Trade props. I wouldn't have lost as much money trading when I first started out if I'd used props. Props were around when I first started trading, but I just didn't use them, or I didn't even really think about it. So, never traded on them. What prop do you recommend? Any of the props that are in the description or that are in that banner up there? I think they're all worthwhile. So confused how there's so many shorts to blast. I mean, it's a lot of people who are short into this move here. That's what's squeezing us up right now. Yeah, Tesla's pushing up, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, everything's just kind of pushing up a little bit here. Amazon's actually trading like a little bit higher than where we were yesterday's pre-market, which is interesting. It's extending this push now up into these 150s. I mean, I guess it really wants to go for that like 175 area, which is insane. It's just driving. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to wait for at least 915. But if it's going to continue to grind higher and higher, now there might be an opportunity. Is anybody still long from those lows that we were talking about? I mean, when we first came on, market was much lower. Long, but only holding one micro. That's better than no micros. 118, that's a beautiful, beautiful push up there. Long, but it closed before 8:30. That's okay. I didn't see this happening. I didn't see a squeeze. I didn't think that we're going to squeeze much higher. I mean, given I wasn't exactly paying close attention to it, but still. I need you to continue these streams. They help a ton. How long you think you'll be in the game for? I mean, we've been streaming for 2 years now, and I actually enjoy streaming. We'll see. Streams have been a lot of fun lately. A lot of fun. So I've been having a good time doing this. Need a 10-year commitment? I think it's been 2 years. I always forget like what the exact start date was. I can tell you right now though. Let's see. I don't know why I don't know this. And if you're not subscribed, by the way, just click the sub button. It's free to subscribe. Does help the channel out quite a bit. All right, let's see. Live, sort by date. First stream, June 27th, 2023. So we are going to be coming up on 2 years, June 27th. Doesn't feel like 2 years. I'm a newbie here. Can I pass the funded account from this trade, please? I don't know. I have no idea what trade you're in, or no clue, my friend. It's a little lacking on the information there. How many viewers did you have the first month? First stream had 48 views. 48 views, then 28, then 20, 26, 51, 52, 44, 65, 13, 40, 46, 57, 35, 33, Okay, and then when we like actually started, because this was like more for a smaller group, very first stream got 451, like first real stream, 451 viewers. That was on September 12th. I guess that's more of like the real start date, because the other one was just for like an intimate smaller group. So I guess the real start date was September 12th. That was probably the real start date. Wow, and we were profitable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First 8 streams were profitable. Stream number 9, we had our first loss on stream. Yeah, crazy. Crazy to look back. Thank you. Any plans for the future? Are you launching a prop firm? Not that I'm aware of. Is there a rumor that I'm going to be launching a prop firm? Do me a favor, folks. Hit the like button. I want to give away some stuff. 600 likes, I'll give away some stuff today. Shouldn't be too hard. I just got to be patient for this market. The opportunity has not been there for what I've been seeing. This kind of faked me out that this was not going to be a good long was this right here. But I guess you could have taken that on the break here. So, but again, wasn't really super paying attention, but that's on me. It's not the market's fault. It's me. Look at that pull up. That's crazy. Pull up game is strong. If you change your YouTube name from Market Clubhouse to Rips, more people could find you here? Maybe. I thought about that. There might be some vlogs coming in the future, so I might rename the channel, but I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We have 444 likes. If you refresh the page, I'm sure it'll show up. Rips and dips prop firm would be... Yeah. New flavor good? I think retro vibe is still the best. That flavor came out of nowhere. And it's taken me... I don't get my next shipment of retro vibe until May. What's up with that? What setup do you follow, Rips? ICD, volume based, or simple support and resistance? None of those. Order flow. Order flow and momentum. That's it. Market structure, order flow, auction theory, momentum. Ah! Which cars do you have? They're posted on my Instagram if you care about that stuff. Oh, I did also post on Twitter a little bit ago. If that floats your boat. There. There you go. That was posted on Twitter. I post more trading content on Twitter, more lifestyle content on Instagram. Flowmentum, yeah. Good morning. Have you got Tradeify payment yet? Instantly. Literally instantly. It showed up in my bank account instantly. Because I didn't have a Rise account. I talked to Rise support. They set me up right away. And I got the payment literally instantly. Hit my bank account instantly. So, whatever that means. Could not come any quicker. I don't know how it could arrive faster. Speak about your Clubhouse quickly. What's all in it? Give a promotion. Just watch the free YouTube streams. Simple as that. That's it. You're in the Clubhouse right now. Just hang out and watch the free streams. There we go. We're back. I just don't understand why I'm using the new non-legacy NVIDIA encoder and it's still giving me issues. Get a 5090, they said. It'll be great, they said. The heck? How stupid is this dang driver? There's no new version of... No updates for OBS. Maybe we try a different encoder tomorrow. I'm using the, this is the NVIDIA NVENC H.264. I did do that, Justin TV. I did do that literally last week. And I didn't see us having any crashes. Then all of a sudden we got crashes back. So how much you spent on the 5090? I bought a whole new rig from Origin PC. It was just about 10 G's. And it's an amazing PC. It's been a while. I've been building the last few PCs that I've been doing. And this is so quiet. It's got a closed loop custom system. It's just... Or maybe it's open loop. But I don't cool the graphics card. It's just for the CPU. But it's silent. It's beautiful. Love it. Last 5 MS updates says blue screen me. That's crazy. Problem is that you bought a 50 series. I know. You kind of roll the dice with this stuff, you know, if you're an early adopter. Let's see the setup here. I'll send you the Twitter post about it. How long ago was this? Jeez. This is way back that I bought. I ordered this thing at the end of the year, I think, and then it arrived February. Wait, hold on. No, that's not it. I thought I had it. There it is. Finally. Jeez, this is an old. Here it is right here. Rip on ES, what do you see? We hold here and drop to continue to 52, 57. I mean, maybe. Possibly. We just gotta wait and see. Should have some liquidity right now. 5 seconds. Let's see. Not really, no. Some sellers coming in. I don't want to get an ATI. Who makes Radeon? It's ATI, right? Are they still around? Radeon is... No, AMD. AMD makes Radeon. What did I say? ATI? Remember ATI graphics cards? Wait, am I losing my mind? Graphics cards? Yeah. Wait, did ATI get bought out by AMD? Okay, well, there you go. Almost just had a full-blown Mandela effect. I almost just lost my mind for a second. Oh my God. Whew. That would have been weird if that wasn't true. I would have had a moment there. I feel like the Mandela effect is kind of what happened when we turned on the CERN, whatever the particle accelerator thing is called. Does anybody feel the same? Like, I feel like that's when all of that started happening. They turned on that particle accelerator and all of a sudden Mandela effect started coming out. Like, dude, that Fruit of the Loom I'm telling you, there was a cornucopia on every tag of every Fruit of the Loom pair I had. I'm just saying. Who remembers it without the cornucopia? Because you're a f***ing liar. You are a f***ing liar if you didn't have the cornucopia on your shit. It's a psyop, right? They're trying to see what they can get away with. Particle accelerator, what does it do? Well, we're trying to find the God particle, right? You know what I mean? They denied that the cornucopia was real. They said that it never existed. It's never been on any tag ever. I never remember a pair without it. And don't even get me started on the Berenstein Bears. Don't even get me started on that shit. That's another lie. The government's trying to gaslight us. That was another line where I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Berenstain Bears? What are you liars? Get out of here. Berenstain Bears. There was no stains on those bears. Stop lying to me. Gaslighting me. Come on. Wait, new one is Home Alone? What now about Home Alone? What's the Home Alone Mandela effect? This is a movie. Oh, man. Stop. The Higgs boson. Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of them where I'm just like, dude, there's crazy stuff. Well, we're going to trade the open together today. I'd like to give away some free stuff. Let's do a quick poll since we are over 500 likes. Will the NQ end the day above or below? This is going to be interesting. Let's see. See what you folks think. So I haven't taken a single trade today and I feel good about it. Nothing fit my criteria for a setup yet. Am I the only one disappointed with this pre-market PA? Dude, I haven't taken a single trade. Of course I'm disappointed. I love trading. You don't get a setup, it's kind of disappointing. So I'm with you on that. When is the end of day? 4 p.m. Eastern? I mean, technically the markets close at 4 p.m. Eastern, but futures stop trading at 5 p.m. Eastern. They go down for a maintenance period for 1 hour and then they reopen at 6 p.m. The day officially starts. Wednesday's trade for futures. Wednesday's book opens up at 6 p.m. tonight, which is Tuesday still, but that's Wednesday's book. Futures are a 23.5, 23.6 product. They open Sunday 6 p.m. They close Friday 5 p.m. That's how it works. They close every single day for an hour at 5 p.m. Listen to your podcast episode with Austin Silver on the Day Trading Show and read both books you recommend, Trading the Zone, Mind Over Market. Super helpful on my journey to profitability. There you go. Nice. Nice. Something tariffs exemptions. Hold on. What are they saying? Who and said what? Something tariffs, something exemptions. Couldn't really hear it. Which prop firm do you like the best? In any prop firm that pays you that has fair rules, I think that's up to the discretion of the user, right? I've been enjoying trading on Tradeify, TPT, Apex. What else have we traded on? Top Step. I've had only good experiences with Top Step, but I haven't traded them in a while. I had nothing but fantastic experiences with Top Step. So, best Celsius, Retro Vibe, baby. Easy answer. I'll be right back. And we're back. Still not seeing anything about that news that I heard. Military operations against the Houthis will continue. It's latest from the White House. Long-term impact of tariffs will be negative for all regions. I wish I knew what they're talking about right now. If we do get 32 more likes, 52 more likes. The math ain't mathing. 52 more likes, we do a giveaway. But we're going to see if we can trade this open together and do well. I think I'm going to attack it first in my Tradeify accounts. That's my goal here. $900 is the most we can make. We are satisfied with anything over $450. I've never been rejected a payout on any prop firm. My very first payout from any prop firm was at Apex in June of 2023. 20,000. 20,000. Richard Harris says, I'm long ribs, wish me luck. Good luck, buddy. Minis or micros with props? Minis only, but your mileage may vary. I like trading minis. Lilo do big payouts? I don't know what Lilo is. Thoughts on where we go at open? Right now, the market's squeezing out shorts, so if we squeeze out shorts and we reject, then there's possibly a chance we go much lower. Who knows? Anything can happen. One tweet, one Trump tweet can change everything. I've heard people talk about it. Never heard of it. I mean, we're squeezing shorts right now. We're in a short squeezing environment. And the higher we go, the more likely it is that shorts become exhausted and that moon fuel to the north side gets rejected. So we can squeeze all the way up to yonder. You know, back up to 636, we could squeeze all day. Just depends on how many people are net short and how much pain they can take before they have to cover and close. I'd be looking for a blow off top and then a rejection and a short back down. But if we don't get that, I want to ride this moon fuel to the north side. I got to look at it both ways. Got to be prepared for both sides. Both scenarios make sense. So we'll see. Try our best. See what we can do. Markets are opening in less than 5 minutes now. We need Jerome Powell to call Trump a loser. Market would go mental. I don't think that he's going to insult a sitting president. I can't imagine that. But I've seen crazier things happen. Have you been doing any MLB bets? I know you mentioned last season that was your jam. I haven't. I only have so much time in the day and I try to maximize as much value and enjoyment out of each day. Hold on. Nah. Independent company talking about their CapEx exposure to tariffs. Not important. No, I haven't been doing a lot of sports betting. No. Mainly been focused on trading, poker, spending time with the wife, enjoying this beautiful weather that we've had lately. And trying to maximize, you got to switch between gears of like happiness, financial fulfillment, love, emotional stability. You have to switch gears between those things and try to find a balance. He has said before he has no comments about any sitting politician. Exactly right. And he's not going to, as much as we want him to. We're trading 150s now. Boy, if we would have got that thing at the hundreds, it'd been lovely. Seeing a lot of green in the Mag 7 right now. We have 3 minutes now until the open. 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Have you been traveling lately? No. Been staying local here in Vegas. Why travel when you got the best of the best in your backyard? What's a good book to read on option theory? There's a couple ones that I recommended in the past. I can't remember now. I'll get back to you on that one. Oh, you're talking about option theory? No, auction theory. Mind over markets, markets and profile. Those two books. Auction, not option. Auction theory. We get to stay with you if we come out in September. Well, I only have 2 spare bedrooms. So I think those would fill up a little bit too quickly for everybody. Let's see what happens here. Right now, markets are up about 1.25%, a little bit over. around that. So let's see if this thing wants to get poppy and fierce. Crazy how much we are pushing back up here. It's quite the profile. It's crazy. Let's see how we fare off this open. Not a lot of confidence in where we're placed right now, because we're so close to the blow off top area of 175 to 180. And then that could probably carry us all the way up to 215. But it might happen quickly and it might be very rocky. We'll see. Try to time things correctly here. Try to trade decent size. Although we really don't have to make that much on Tradify. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We can get this done with like one contract. 2 contracts. Probably 2 contracts. Maybe 3. We'll see. We'll see. We just don't want to make over 900. We'll see. I should be able to do this. Grab those yesterday's highs. I mean, we're pretty dang close. I feel like doing the that's what we did in the pre-market with this move right here. 40 seconds to go, folks. Good luck, everybody. Hopefully you have a fantastic trading day today, and stick around after we finish trading, because I think we'll have enough likes to do a giveaway. Right now we're at, yeah, we made it. There we go. 619. Beautiful. So we will be doing a giveaway today. Stick around for that. And make sure you are subbed to the stream, because it helps out the YouTube algorithm quite a bit. All right, let's lock in, boys and girls. 15 seconds to go. Here we go. Let's get some good trades. Ba-da-da-dum-bum-bum. 5 seconds till Boomtown. Here we go. Markets are open. Harker is not going to comment on economic policy. That is the final Fed speaker until 1:40 p.m. We're going to hear from Neil Kashkari. We are coming down in a hurry now. We are breaking below the prior week low. So sellers are really trying to take control of this tape here. Still coming down lower. We're wrestling at these 110s now. All right, I'm going to see if we can hold below 120 here. That's what I'm watching for on this trade. Hold below 120. And I'm covering. We did not hold below 120 on that little push up. That was a 1 contract trade. See if we can nail this again. The volume shelf above 120 extends all the way up to 137, so I'm going to do a second try at this. Watching for a hold below that second volume shelf now. A little bit thin, which is not ideal. And covered above 40 there. So a little bit thin. But let's see if we come up and we find a rejection here once more. If not, then we're probably going to flip to the long side on this. Watching around this 137, 145 area. And we don't have any news, no economic data that's going to be coming around and moving the market. Not until like 10:30-ish. Still a little bit of a squeeze here. Apple's pushing up. Amazon's starting to come alive. See what happens here around 137 again. Try to pace ourselves here. Very choppy opening. The S&Ps look like they want to reject a little bit. All right, I'm going to try this once more. Same trade that we saw for the opening here. Same setup. Trying this once more. If we get squozen again, I'd be disappointed, but nothing I can do about it. We have to break through 130 here to the downside for this to make sense. Keeping our stops tight. Has to break below 130s. Okay, there's your break below. Can we keep hammering? Below 120s now? Little refresh back above 130 there. See if we get this hold below 130 once more. That's kind of the line in the sand. I want to see sellers starting to step in here below 110 as well. That's where the rubber's going to hit the road for us. See if they can meander down a little bit lower here. Right now holding 110s. Below that we get the big slam to like 83 or so. So I'm trying to time this on every little pop that we're getting here. Seeing some softness from the S&Ps as well. They did pull that bid at 110, but I don't believe that. I think it's a bluff still. See if we get below these 110s and slam it. Watching. Okay, some overhead supply there, intercepting that little pop. That's what I like to see. Very nice. Just want to see it just a little bit lower there. I have my stop. I had my fill at like 97 halves. See if we get this fill now. All right, we're out. Too dicey. I had to move my fill from 97 all the way up to 101, so we're out. Made a couple bucks. Patience was key there. It's very, yeah, see, like if I waited for 97, I don't know if we get it now. So rinsy. Let's see. This is not a good open. I don't like this type of open. It's not the easiest to trade. It makes me do a lot of work for a little amount of money. Let's see if 97's trade out, because there's somebody that's been flashing an order there at 97 halves, and it just feels weird. I don't trust it. Something about that I don't trust. It's still very thin, and surprisingly, because we should have so much more participation today, so I think there's a lot of people who are kind of off sides here, and they're waiting to see more directionality before we start to see real size come into this market. Let's see what happens here. And it's a mess in the Mag 7 right now. Patience, patience, patience. Let's see. Look at how thin those bids are. That's what's kind of weird about this. I feel like most people are getting net short here, because Every time we bounce back up, we're met with very thick liquidity. Every time we pull back, there's very few bids. So I feel like we're just going to be running stops and then it's just going to straight down. That's what I think. I just can't ride this. It just doesn't, it just feels off. I don't like when it's like, I mean, if we're not going to have any bids, then I want to see sellers starting to push this thing and I want to see aggressive selling coming in. And we almost had that. And that's why I was like, okay, 97 makes sense. There's somebody flashing bids down there. We couldn't even break hundreds. So, is what it is. Got to trade the market in front of us, not the market I want. If I got the market I'd want, I'd make $1 billion every day. The chart above my P&L is Bookmap. It is a way that you can view the order flow and liquidity in the market, represented in a visual form. Look at the lack of bids, but there's no meaningful selling yet. Below 100, I think we could start to roll and see some pushing there, but do you see how these sellers are going from 5 lot sells to 1s and 2s? It's very algorithmic price action right now, not a lot of larger participation. The market is on edge, but this is almost like it's like waiting for some sort of announcement. So we do get the Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index at the top of the hour, which is 20 minutes away. So maybe that's what the market's waiting for, but that is not a big ticket item. That is not important. So this market has me stumped. I mean, look at our executions today. Look at our cover. That was a nice cover there off those lows. 103. Kept inching it up. And I mean, look at this. This is spastic tape. Just. This is not a kind market. You see what I'm saying? I thought we were going to get a much cleaner move off that open. Where do you see the bids? In the depth of market, the DOM. This is, again, one of those reasons why I often like to face every single day with the same mental attitude of like, put me into a trade. I wake up every single morning, yes, I want to trade, but I look at the market, I say, find me a trade, put me in a trade. Prove to me that there's a trade setup that I should be taking. Right now, that doesn't exist. But however, do you see in Bookmap there how we do have a lot of overhead supply versus when we're coming down, we don't see aggressive bidding? That to me, things goes back to like, hey, look, we're going to be running stops, blow off top, and then we drop. So there's your initial stop run, I think, above that previous 4-hour high. This is squeezing shorts. This is just squeezing shorts. That's all this is doing right now. This is very unnatural price movement. This is not players that are looking to get long, in my opinion. This is just still a squeeze. You know, we are about $20, what are we? $19.56 away from the minimum that we should be making on these accounts. Given how choppy this market is, I would feel like a fool if I drew down more in these accounts. So I feel like maybe we should just switch over to Take Profit Trader and see how we do on that, if that's okay with y'all. How do we feel about that? Switching gears over to Take Profit Trader. I feel like that's a good day for Tradeify, right? Okay, we're over in a Take Profit accounts now. That's why our P&L got changed. This is Apex. This is Take Profit. This is Tradeify. I have 3 tabs open, all connected to Tradeivate simultaneously. Just so you understand, there's no funny business going on here. Like, wait, where'd your profit go? These are 3 different platforms, 3 different brokerages. How close am I to passing TPT? I am $3,685 away. Quick question on Tradeovate. How do you put the horizontal lines so I can see limit orders? It's like in chart settings. Let me see here if I can find it for you. It is somewhere like show fills, I think, or trade lines. It's one of those two. Trade lines. Wait, do I have trade lines set up? This is on the one that we traded on. Yeah, I just have show fills. That's all I have. All right, let's see what happens here. We're going to continue to push up higher. Tesla and Apple both catching a bid here. S&Ps are starting to break out. They're at that point where if they're going to go, they're going to go. Google has pulled back. Microsoft is going straight down. If Microsoft reversed here off these lows, it's trading 360 halves right now. If it reversed off these lows, I could see the NQ getting very poppy. Because we're going to be watching for this area next. Thusly. Oops. Got to draw this. Thusly. 213.5. So that's the next area where we are potentially sweeping at liquidity. 5 handles away. Yeah, if you're long, you are enjoying this quite a bit. So sweeping up at that liquidity, 213 halves. Above that, we have 250s, and then the weekly open up at 307. So 307. S&Ps are really cranking. Let's take a look at S&Ps on Bookmap here. 5260 next level of impedance here. We did just sweep at it. We are starting to push up heavily here. Wow, a lot of stops getting popped. A lot of stops getting popped here. Look at how thick that is. Wow. What a run. Since the S&P is still continuing here, I'm looking for a potential of a pullback and then continuation in the NASDAQ here. So watching for this. How is it only, oh my goodness, hold on. We only have one account selected. I did not do my group for take profit. That is a shame and a disaster. Let me do this. Code RIPS is the group. I thought this would have held the save. Okay. Jeez Louise. All right, well, we got one account traded for $100 profit. All right, we're back in the mix here. Missed our push up there. We're looking for 253 now on the docket. This thing is still heavily squeezing. On any pullback, as far as 210, I'm looking for ads. S&Ps are just above that inflection point of where they would get even poppier. So watching to see if we have a pullback to 210 or so. And if not, we will add into the momentum. A little bit of a Tradeovate issue on the copier there. 32 contracts below us. That should support the push higher above into these 250s now. So watching for a sweep above at 250s. Again, we want to see motion above us into these offers. Sweeping higher. Watching here for the clear above 250 now. Much higher through this. We should see some stops getting very heavy above us. Watching closely here. Any pullback gives us an opportunity to lower our average since we are in this extended move right now. Watching on pullbacks, potentially to 32 halves. Because once we blow through 50s, all bets are off all the way up to 280 and beyond. Harker's saying the Fed has built up a lot of credibility over time. We need to face these 250s head on here and just blast through them. S&P is pulling back ever so slightly here. I'm watching for overhead supply above us. Harker may have just said something not so kosher here. Let's see if we get back above these 40s. Some overhead supply is coming in on this move. 32 is kind of that line in the sand for me. Getting a slight pullback here, but if we get back above 40s here, this thing can be strong. Okay, there's that pop back up to 40s. I want to see this above 40s and see a hold here above 40s now. 30 is, of course, that line in the sand. Okay, we refreshed liquidity there. We need to get back above 40 here for this to make sense. Watching here for this push back above 40. They're protecting 37 halves. Back above 40 here, and there's your sweep. We need to see continuation all the way up through these 50s now. Overhead supply is coming in. We want to see how heavy that is. Still kind of holding. Sellers are on the tape above us, but we still are ramming into those offers, which is good. Watching closely here at 35, which is where most of this volume shelf is traded. Okay, right through. There's that 40 pop. Beautiful push up. Let's see if we get this hold above 40s now. Watching for this refresh of liquidity. We have to get through 37. That's sort of the point of control temporarily at this volume shelf here and now. See if we can add one more here around 25. Watching this pop up. Let's see if we exchange back above these 40s now quickly. We want to see this break on through those 40s and then retest at those 50s once more. Okay, there we go, up at 45. Okay, watching here for this retest of the 50 blowout. Taking off a little bit there into that move. Still holding free contracts per account. Let's see if we can get this refresh at 25 and then potentially reface these 40s. Watching here. Potential retest here at 25. Okay, if 25s can hold for us here, we'll have a retest of at least 37. And that's what we're going to be targeting on this push. Watching here at 25, there's that repush there. Selling into that push. Beautiful trade here. Can we get a little bit higher? I gotta get out. That could drop on us real fast, but there we go. Meandering right around that tape there. Good refresh there, right below those 25s, but it's too risky for me to hold for that pop fully into 37, which is where my take profit was. Let the tape be your friend. Don't be scared by the tape. Let the tape talk to you. See what the tape is trying to tell you, and then change your trade plan around what the tape is trying to give you. We wanted that 50 blowout, but if the tape's not giving it to us, we have to peel off some on those pops and then refresh lower just to get our average lower. Now, if it clears out 50s here, I'm not disappointed. We just didn't have the perfect timing on it. We can't consider anything other than how we performed on the tape that was given to us. If we're not in the trade, we're not in the trade. Let's see if 213s want to hold for us here. That makes a lot of sense. If the squeeze is over, then we have opportunities back to the downside. Yeah, we're starting to see a little bit of aggression on the sell side here. See if there's an opportunity. Apple's pulling back a little bit. Nvidia's been some weird price action this morning, and very choppy across the board here. Some bids are showing up here right around that 213 level as expected. Some early shorts off that push up towards 250 are definitely looking to cover some of their contracts. Lower end of this volume shelf, this is kind of where the line in the sand is for this extension. I'm going to try a short here since we can potentially trade all the way down to 180 on this. See if we can get this nice little flush below 200s here. Watching for 185s to trade. On any pop, I want to try to add as long as it's not an extreme pop. If we're faced with overhead supply, that's my target for adding into a pop. So watch this. Up at 220 here. If there is overhead supply into this move, watching for it. Right at that volume shelf here. Okay, adding right here, seeing if we can hold below 220s. Line in the sand still is right around 213 for us here. There's your pullback below 210s. Now we're looking for the break of 200s. Again, we're dealing with point of control volume shelf. Right around that 213 halves level. We want to see a clean pullback below 200. If they continue to defend this, we do have to jettison from this position. But right now, we are potentially going to look for sellers for these 200s. So that's what I'm watching for on this. 205 is being defended. Sellers have kind of vacated the tape just a little bit here, but not seeing a lot of strong buyers either, which is keeping me in this. Okay, I like that pop towards 225. I still think that we can get speedy below these 213s. Watching here. Watching for sellers below 213. They're still defending 213 a little bit here. Tesla's still holding. If we don't attack this 217 player right now, then I have to exit this trade. Okay, we took him out. Still dealing with the same batch of liquidity here, right at 212. If we can get through this, we can start to see this roll, potentially testing those 200s. All right, I'm covering right there. We got a couple bucks, but again, we're not jiving with that clean momentum that I'd like to see, even if we flush 200s here. I'm not, see these pops? It's why I can't stick around for this type of trade. The trade idea was invalidated once we started to face that liquidity at 217. We still made a couple bucks on it, but we have to give, we have to trade around what the market's giving to us, right? Now we're looking for that 200 retest. If we do actually get below that, I believe that 183 is a good target for us. Very choppy market here. Tough to navigate, but we're doing our best. This is the lower end of that volume shelf, so if it wants to roll, it's going to roll pretty quickly through those 200s. Not much defense below us. Pull back from Apple here, pull back from Nvidia. S&Ps are probably telling us the exact same story. Yeah, they are. Same thing. Thick volume shelf, not breaking, just holding. A lot of confusion in which way the market should go. Zeus in here says volume shelf is cap. Nice. I'm sure you're extremely profitable. Pushing up to 220s here again. I'm gonna wait. This gives me a good time to open up some conversation here. Zeus, what is your trading strategy? Since we read the markets differently. I'm more of a volume profile, auction theory, momentum, order flow trading. What is your style? Momentum? Gotcha. I would recommend checking out those books about auction theory. Might be a little eye-opening for you. Let's see what happens here with this flow. We do have about 2 minutes till the top of the hour here. Brian says, pass another today. Great call-outs, Ribs. Thank you for tape reading and the confirmation of my trades, buddy. There you go, Brian. Nice work. Very nice. Not a lot of confidence in either side, buyers or sellers right now. Shannon says, I just push buttons and pray. Well, that's always a strategy too. Volume advertises price and time confirms it. So then you do agree that volume shelves are not cap. Because you can't have volume shelves without volume and price, my friend. Not like these tails on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, I mean, it's just not that great. We did get that test of 50s there, but nothing that I saw that would have got me in the long trade there. Richmond Fed at minus 13. The expectation was minus 7, I believe. Yeah, minus 13 versus minus 7. Again, market doesn't really care about that. There's volume at any price traded doesn't mean much if not confirmed. Again, volume shelves do confirm whether or not price has been traded at volume, right? You're contradicting yourself, Zeus. I don't think that English is your first language. Don't go contradicting yourself, because then you look like a f***ing retard. You don't want to look like a retard, do you, Zeus? If that was your goal, you're doing a very good job of looking like a retard. You know, it's funny though. Your mother said really nice things about you. She didn't mention that you were actually completely, totally f***ing retarded. She left that detail out, which is strange. He says volume shelves are cap because price only follows volume if it's been traded. Hey Zeus, I'll do you a favor right now. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. Just say that volume shelves are not cap. And I'll stop talking about you. I love these people. I said price advertises price, doesn't confirm it. Buddy, do you even know what you're saying? Plume shelf is cap. Yeah. Good old plume shelf. You know what's funny, Zeus? You know, if you paid attention to somebody like me, then you might actually be able to make money trading. One day in your life. Instead, here you are, typing on a YouTube stream to somebody who has probably 400,000 times your net worth. And here you are, flailing around like the f***ing retard that you are. And you picked a name like Zeus. I wonder why you picked a name like Zeus. It's been a while since we had an absolute f***ing retard in chat. Zeus, take your loss and run. I feel bad for him a little bit. Because you can always tell the unprofitable traders, they recycle words and they don't really know what they mean. They have no idea. And I just feel bad. I feel bad for them. Wasn't the whole chat like that last week? No. Zeus more like sus. Just let the retard go. Just let them go. I feel bad for people like that because they actually sit here, they watch the stream. You know, I actually got messaged by somebody yesterday. And they said, your trades that you're taking in your personal account are fake. They're fake. I was like, okay. They're like, why are you lying about your trades that you take in your personal account? Really? They're fake. Hey, it might have been Zeus, actually. It might have been Zeus. Let's do something here. Let's just take a little look-see. There's also somebody who said, I'm trading multiple accounts. We'll see at the end of the month, by the way, obviously, but trading multiple accounts. That's what it is. Let's just see something here. Here's yesterday, right? Monday P&L update 23,610. Only trading the NQ today. 23,610. So this is the fake thing, I suppose. So that's what we're faking. 23,610. That's what we're faking. Here's what's interesting about that. Here, let me just drag this over. Dormantaccounts.com daily statement. 23,610. $548,000. Zeus, you know how many blowjobs your mom would have to give to do this much? Hold on, let's see actually. Hold on, Zeus. Your mom, she charges about a nickel every time she gives me head. Let's see here. Let me see. Actually, no, you know, last time she actually paid me. So it's at a net negative. I can't even do the math because last time, Zeus, your mom, she paid me. She said it was delightful. She said it was delightful. So, hey, Zeus, suck on that, buddy. Suck on that. You probably never made this much in your entirety of lifetime in trading, my friend. And I made that in a day, in a couple minutes. Just a couple minutes. That's it. And there you are, being the f***ing retard that you are, dreaming one day that you'll be able to do that. All right, let's do some giveaways. I'm done trading for the day. I'm done trading for the day. But hey, it's multiple accounts. It's whatever these weirdos need to tell themselves to feel better about themselves. There's multiple accounts. It's not real. It's something. It's got to be something. It's got to be something, right? Because God forbid there's somebody out there actually trading the market, streaming for free, trying to help people. God forbid. God forbid. All right, let's do a quick giveaway here, folks. Let's give away either a free month of MC or a free Apex account. Let's do this here. For the giveaways, you ought to come into the YouTube chat. All right, to win the giveaway, keyword Zeus's mom. We can't have that cheap of a keyword. We just can't. It's got to be worth more than a nickel. Let's go ahead and click on this link here. Zeus, what I'm saying is that your mom is disgusting. Oh, it's a real shame she had you in the first place. But who even knows who your father is, right? Nobody knows at this point. So many damn men that she slept with. Nobody even knows. Papa, is that you? Nobody knows, buddy. Nobody knows. All right, click that link right there. TPT space save, I believe. Nobody knows, Zeus. Nobody knows. The person you've been calling dad this whole time. If it wasn't me, we can't know for sure. All right, go ahead and scroll down here. Scroll down to choose your futures account blank. Type in that keyword. Type in that keyword, please. Rips, you are his father. You know, I disowned him when he was young. I tried to teach him trading and he couldn't figure it out. So I said, you know what? That's not a son of mine. Can't have any retards as children. Put the word size in. Still going up here. Do we have what was it? 307? 307s. 307s is the next level that we're looking for here. Still pushing up here, still pushing up. Everything is green across the board in Mag 7 land right now. Everything is green. We're definitely squeezing. Let's see what you folks thought about 18,200 here. 51% said above, 24% said below. Oh my goodness. That's wild. Looking for 300s now. Makes you wonder how high we're gonna go here. ECB's Lagarde is still talking, still yapping there. We took out 300s, but it still looks like it has more gas in the tank. All right, first winner is going to that person. SCH. Shh. I think we're going to the previous day high. We very well could. 384 and 3/4. 45 seconds to claim here. $30 seconds now. 30 seconds to claim. Sh, as in shelelelele? Possibly. Instagram, what is it? Let me know what your username is. Otherwise, I have to be searching for it. And let me know what you want. If you want free month at Clubhouse. All right, what will it be? What would you like, sir? GL.PH. There you are. And you do follow me. Congratulations. What'll it be, sir? Apex. Congrats. One free month of MC, or what would you like? Free account. Gotcha. One free Apex. Let me send you the code right now. I'll roll the next person in the meantime. Congratulations there. RDMS Pie, you are the next winner. Get this thing here. You're going to type in the coupon code that I sent you. And that's how you're going to redeem that. The coupon code expires at the end of this year. You can use it on any account size. Any account size. Any account size you want here. Is that your username? Like, type in chat what your username is. RDMS, if that's actually you. I see that you messaged me on Instagram, but it could be somebody completely different. So you could just write in chat, in YouTube chat, like, yeah, that's me. I just don't want to give it to the wrong person is all. Okay, cool. There you go, buddy. All right, last winner of the day is going to Dead Squat Junkies. I love the name. Dead Squat Junkies. You got a minute to claim. All right, there we go. And X, Twitter, and Instagram. No @ symbol, which is great. That's how we find you. Oh, it's you. What's up, dude? What would you like? Free month of MC? I think it's your first time winning. Congrats. One free. Apex or MC? What'll it be? MC, I got you, buddy. I will send you the coupon code right now. Let me do this. Okay, there we go. Wow, markets are rolling here from those 300s now. Wowzers. So if you're looking to hold today, maybe today ain't that day. There you go. Bingo. All right. Oh, we had a good day today. We had a lot of fun. We made in our take profits, we made... I mean, it's a little bit lopsided because the copier wasn't working. So 670, 740, 670, 675, and then 665. So we made $3,400 across the board there. And then in our Tradeify accounts, we made 430. Oops. 430 spot 44 times 5. All right, so we made $5,572.20 today. There we go. We did it, folks. We did it. We did it. All right, that's it for me. Probably not gonna trade my personal today. Probably just relax, catch a nice little workout, get some sun. It's beautiful out again today. It's gonna be like 85 degrees, so probably just enjoy that. Folks, join me tomorrow for our Wednesday stream, bright and early tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern time. No poker today. There is a game, but I'm not playing it. It's the players are not action players, so. All right, enjoy yourselves, folks. I'll be back tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning. Folks in Discord, don't go anywhere. Thanks for tuning in today, where we made $5,572. It was a lot of fun. I'll see you folks tomorrow, bright and early. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.